Oh, you were at the game last night.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, that's cool, that's cool. Why didn't you tell me some of the things you liked?
Dude, like, the view was amazing. Everyone was going insane. The food, oh, you would have loved it. You really would have loved the food. And, I mean, Kuhlman with the huge hit. The Leafs won 2-0. That game had everything.
Except for me, you jerk! This is bullcrap!
Did you mean for that to bounce and go right back at the camera? That was impressive.
And then, yes, please do!
What a great goal!
Dude! Crazy throwing waffles. Who are you?
Optimus Prime!
Leafs win 2-0 over the Buffalo Sabres in a classic 4-point game. And speaking of 4, that's 4 straight wins for Jonas Gustafsson, 4 straight wins for the Leafs, and they are 4-0 in 2012. And if that really does mean the end of the world, I'm fine with it. Because they award the Stanley Cup in June and the world's not supposed to end until December. So you still get to fit in like a solid half year of partying. Anyway, so the game. I hadn't been to a Leaf game yet this year, so I was really excited to find out I got tickets. Thanks, MasterCard. So I get these tickets from MasterCard and they're just like, oh yeah, just go pick them up. And I'm like, all right, sweet. My friends are like, where are we sitting? I'm like, good question, and I'll get back to you. Now, I worked in the ACC last season for almost every single Leaf home game. I don't remember ever seeing a restaurant. Like, there's lots of places to eat. There's lots of stuff, but like a full sit-down chair and table restaurant. Well, that's where the seats were.
I hate you so much.
I sit down, they're like, what would you like to drink? I look at the menu and there's coffee with liquor in it. I'm like, wow, I like both of those things. It's called a Monte Cristo. I didn't even know this place existed. And I'm just sitting there in my jersey and I'm like, I look out of place. Because that restaurant's full of fancy people and they say fancy things. Like, the NASDAQ. But I was cool with looking out of place. My girlfriend had it worse. She was wearing a foam finger. So anyway, the game. Well, the Leafs shut out the Jets recently, and this game looked pretty similar to that. Because the Leafs just seemed to control the pace and flow of the game the whole way through, but the other team just didn't look very good. Because I read the box score and it says Buffalo got 32 shots. I'm like, when did that happen? Most of them weren't great shots. Even that glove save Gustafsson made on Stafford, amazing in the first period. I mean, Stafford shot it into his glove, but he hit the target, if you know the target was the glove. That's when buddy beside me goes, you know what, Kuhlman's not having a good year. Well, I'm gonna have to give my friend an anti-GTFO because here comes Nikolai Kuhlman with his 5th goal of the season, putting the Leafs up 1-0. Must have hurt him. Then Kuhlman draws all the attention, disses to Grabo, scores on Ryan Miller, and it's 2-0 Leafs. And for those of you that don't speak Russian, it means goal. So at the World Juniors, they were like, that didn't happen. And then throwing in some rough stuff in the third, Coletta tries to cut to the middle. Don't do that. And Kuhlman crushes him. And with a goal, an assist, and a big hit in this one, Ron Wilson joking that Nikolai Kuhlman got the Ted Lindsay hat trick, which made some people chuckle and other people go, I don't know who that is. From what I gather, he was a guy who would do those things. Now, this is the part of the game where I'm gonna get mad at the Buffalo Sabres. Not as a Leafs fan, but on behalf of Buffalo Sabres fans. What was Nathan Gerbe doing challenging Joffrey Lupul? Now forget the fact that Gerbe's like 5'6" or whatever it is. I'm not saying it's dumb from that perspective. There's 2 minutes left in the game and your team is down by 2 goals. Now it's not exactly common, but you can come back from that. Now if you score in the first minute, you have an entire minute with a pulled goalie to score the equalizer. Instead, Gerbe goes ahead and takes a blatant penalty for Buffalo. And Gerbe gets Lupul out, and I guess that's good. Second star of the week. He's been top 10 in NHL scoring for the whole year, so I guess the talent mismatch, okay, the Sabres win. But it's not like Lupul's a key shutdown guy they're going to send out there for the big face-off. Gerbe's got 4 goals in 31 games. He played 64 games last season and scored 16. If he plays the same amount of games this season, he's on pace to score 8.25. So 8. Now the Sabres are having a little bit of injury trouble, but if they weren't, and I was Lindy Ruff, oh, would Gerbe be so benched next game? And another thing about Gerbe, everyone loves a firecracker. Everyone loves the little guy that just stands up for himself and he holds his own. But 10 times out of 10, if 5'5" Nathan Gerbe gets into a scuffle with 6'1" Joffrey Lupul, his teammates are going to have to jump in. Once again, if I'm his teammate, look at the clock, I'm down 2-0. I don't want to worry about that. So I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. You shouldn't have done it. And as a result, the Leafs get the 2-0 victory and their 4th straight win. And more importantly, they leapfrog the New Jersey Devils for the time being, and they're 6th in the Eastern Conference. And remember a few videos ago when the Leafs played the Panthers and I said this could be a first-round playoff preview? Well, I'm starting to realize there's actually a decent likelihood of that, because the Panthers will finish 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Unless the Panthers have a horrible second half, or the Jets, Capitals, Hurricanes, and Lightning have an amazing second half, they're going to win their division. And they're not passing Boston in the Northeast, and take or pick Philly and New York, they're not passing either of those teams. Florida's finishing 3rd in the East. So if the Leafs get that 6th spot, well, they'll probably be facing the Panthers in the first round. And I want my SteveDangle.com poll to be, assuming the Leafs make the playoffs, they're going to be in the bottom 4 of that group. Who would you most want them to play? the Rangers, the Bruins, the Flyers, or the Panthers. But I'm wondering if the Panthers should be in there because I'm pretty sure you're going to say the Panthers. Then again, the Leafs have sucked against the Panthers. So you know what? That is the SteveDangle.com poll. Vote on it on SteveDangle.com. Also on SteveDangle.com, brand new blog. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I tweet a bunch of weird things and a lot of them come at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Oh, so-and-so leads the league in even strength face-off percentage. So the blog is weird stuff I found on NHL.com at about 3 in the morning last night. And another blog I want you to check out, I wrote it for Real Sports. Now that the NHL's realignment is on hold, here are 3 rivalries that we're now being deprived of. So thanks to you for watching the video, thanks to MasterCard for the priceless experience, and please check out my blogs and other links in the underbar.